Sox about to kick it away and get this season started. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
South Carolina.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to pass, it's Nickel. That's reeled in, it's Brown. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
Brown has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you
makes a grab past the marker. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time. And he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back.
Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Wants to throw. It's Nickel. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Off the RPO, complete. It's a running room, and he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players. We've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. throw on first down. Wasting no time taking a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. To the ground with the back. Fighting off the defender.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Power football with the run. Running into the open space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
Got him downfield. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Looking to throw, it's nickel. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
To the air on first down. He's got it on the run. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Pringle. He's in open space downfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
There he goes. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Nickel. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run across the 35. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run, because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing, I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. DB's right up on the receivers. Under fire. He's got him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And the extra point was good. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt. Found a little run room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over in football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man.
Trying to beat the D deep. Got it! And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Makes the catch. It's Harbor. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. He tries to take the top off, and they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
And the Gamecocks are rolling down the field. Going to look downfield again. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's forced out of bounds well behind the line of scrimmage, and the defense will take it as a sack.
And you really need your quarterbacks, man, to understand, like, to stay on schedule. And we can't take those big losses, right? So once I start to scramble around and I'm trying to buy time or I'm trying to make a big play, like give it up, get north-south, throw the football away, you can't just turn, run out of bounds, and take that big loss.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out.
It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking left. It's caught downfield. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can...
Sneaks into the end zone.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude,
lets it fly. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you. But when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The sweet feet buy a little time. Touchdown, South Carolina! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
Looking to throw, it's nickel. Unloads to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That's caught. It's Brown. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Flips it out on the screen. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him, and now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the Hurricanes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it to the right. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
A lot of guys on defense playing really well with their eyes right now. They were not fooled by that jet sweep.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. To the air, it's Nickel. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket breaking down. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Fires left. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Nebraska is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up 14 over Michigan. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Nickel. Buying some time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab on the left side. Breaks into the open. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, the running back has it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Nickel. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Punt is on its way. Catches it at the 30. Smashes ahead. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physically.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. And And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Trying play action. Rush is on him. Going right and going deep. He's got it on the outside. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Oh, that's going to be a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Returners only get so many chances in a game. You really want to maximize. You want to take it to the house. You want to make those big plays. But a lot of time you forget about that small detail of securing the football. He gave it up, but thank goodness he didn't turn it over.
Finds his man. It's Pringle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
He lets it fly. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, listen, they say they play defense for a reason, right? You had an interception on the last drive defensively. You had a golden opportunity to come away with another one right there, but he puts it on the play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, South Carolina.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
They'll line up to go for 2. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. You got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Oh, they're after him. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
Here's the handoff. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. The 30. Inside the touchdown, Miami. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's exactly what I would do, too. Why would I not keep throwing that dude the football? I know it was incompletion, but he has had a day. He's been cooking this secondary, and they've tried to find ways to get him the ball because he has been so dynamic today.
To the air, it's Sellers. He'll take another shot here. Pulls it in on the left. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
The give to the back. Powers through the defender. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the...
He caught it! Touchdown, Gamecocks! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyway.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. The snap sets up the throw. Quarterback adapting. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's at the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. He just sets sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return.
That keeps the score. South Carolina, 47. Miami, 44.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Nickel. Makes the grab on the left. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Looking for a deep man. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late, we're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing him throw it vertically downfield.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. to throw. It's Sellers. The throw to the outside is complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down.
And the Miami offense will take over. First and 10.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll go to the air. Gonna let it fly. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Let's see what they've got on second down. The catch in the middle, it's Pringle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looking to pass, it's Nickel. He's going for a big play downfield. Reels it in down the left side. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
They just keep firing. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. Took care of it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
I think this team knew coming in today they needed to be able to run the football, and they were going to have to get some of that production from the quarterback, and he just broke off his longest run of the game so far. That was critical for his confidence.
Oh, he's got some space. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Firing to the right, complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina!
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTSA has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 28 to SMU. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Nickel. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. Snares it outside. It's Pringle. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pressure coming. Pulls it in. It's Lofton. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Hurricanes in the hurry-up.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open, making the right decision.
Got a man. It's Pringle. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
To the air, it's Nickel. Caught in the backfield, it's Pringle. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the 1st down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing on the bounds.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. This defense will try to keep everything in front. The short hands, it's Carr. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like they're down on the other side, they have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in, I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Drop the football and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock.
Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it inside the 30. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, they were able to come out here in week one and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back to pass, it's nickel. And that one's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be 3rd and long. The play action fake. Throwing right. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the field goal unit is on the field. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. That is no good. And guys, this will stay a 24-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Williams looking for a man. With the catch, it's Brown. Then it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The sure hands, it's Brown. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
A strike downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Both of these teams are high.